Hey, Xiomy here. So today I wanted to do a video where I just show you the spooky-ish, eerie, probably gothic kind of movies that I watched throughout the month of October because, it is the month to be eerie-ish and, just to watch a lot of witchy movies because it's something that I really do love to watch and it's something that gets me in the tone of it because I always say that Halloween, like, not Halloween, but like October is the Halloween season. I know it's not a Halloween season. It's just like my mind doesn't want to convert it any other way, and I always say that this is the Halloween season because it's a fun month, and what better month to start it to be a little bit creepy by watching movies that are, that have that undertone to them. And bear in mind, by no means are these movies going to be Jason or Freddy, or I'm not, I'm not going to show you a Paranormal Activity or anything like that, because I watched Paranormal Activity, the first movie, and I had nightmares for 3 days consecutive because I am a very sensitive reader and or watcher. I say that because, to try and disguise my cowardness, because I'm a yellow belly coward. Like, let's just be real. I can't watch movies that have like this really huge darkness to them or eerie undertone to it. And even though I do love darkness, it has to be a certain level of darkness, because I watch Supernatural and it does have some episodes that I'm sometimes like, oh my god, that's I need somebody next to me. Can somebody please stand next to me, because that's how I'll be. And I do watch The Walking Dead, and The Walking Dead to me has some moments that I'm like, oh, I can't see that, But just to explain how much of a coward I really am, I used to love watching these movies when I was younger. And I don't know what happened. Generally don't know what happened, but I fell out of that kind of vibe. I don't watch them anymore because I tend to get really scared. It's like my mind wants to play tricks on me, and it usually does. Like 99.9% of the time it does play tricks on me, so that's why I can't watch them. Or I try to watch things that are a bit scary during the daytime. But like Pet Sematary was a movie that I really loved watching. Like, I loved it genuinely, and I tried watching it recently and I had to turn it off halfway through the movie because I was like, honestly, I was like holding myself. I was sitting on my bed in a weird ass position. I was like, oh, I need somebody next to me because I can't survive. I need somebody next to me because I can't survive. So I ended up taking out the movie. So that's how much of a yellow belly coward I really am. So, a lot of these movies that I'm going to be speaking to you about are funny and have that, aspect to it where it's just, at times it could be, like I said, overly funny, but it's just the way that I like to watch movies, and, no judgment. I like to watch what I watch, but, I just wanted to share these movies with you, and hopefully you've watched a lot of these, because some of these are like really old. But like the first one I'm going to be speaking about, because that's a long ass intro, but the first one I'm going to be speaking about is Hocus Pocus. This is a classic of what is a witchy movie, and I just love it because you have that old school witches where they're just sitting in front of a cauldron and just chanting spells, and it's just such sheer brilliance, this movie. I love it. I can watch it over and over again, and it's just like the Sanderson sisters and everything that poor Beth has to go through. It's just, I'm like, wow. I recently watched it because I needed to get into the feel of October, and I was cracking up from beginning to end. It's just that good, and I can't help but continue to watch this every single month. Or I try to watch it every month. I usually fail at that, but every now and then I will watch it. But like throughout the month of October, it's a perfect excuse to watch it like 6 or 7 times, and I usually do that. So the next one that I'm gonna be speaking about is The Craft. This was the shit for me. Like, honestly, I would watch this day and night, and I also love it because it has that genuine witchy tone to it where they have to chant thingies, and it's just amazing because they are like teenagers-ish, can I say, and going through this experience, and finding that they can have these magical powers, and the way that they treat each other, and that's actually the aftermath of a lot of things that they do. It's just a good movie to watch, and I always love it. And this is like old school. This is for me like really old school because this came out in the 90s. But I fell in love with this movie. I was like, just, yes, give me that one. The next one is one that I genuinely love, and I hope a lot of people love it because, it's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And even though this can be obviously in the two aspects, because you can't watch it in the month of December, you can always watch it in the month of October, which is perfect incentive to actually like watch it all over again. But I love Jack Skellington. Like, he, for me, is the epitome of what is obviously the pumpkin king, of what is Halloween. And I just love this movie, how it starts with Halloween, then we get a little bit of Christmas, and then, him rediscovering a lot of things. But I genuinely love this movie, and it's just one of my all-time favorites. It's just, it's so good. And like Zero, oh my god, I'm just, when I was in high school in the States, they used to tell me that I looked like Sally, and I was like, well, because I used to have the fact that I would always like put my hair down and like partirlo por el medio, like, have my hair like the way Sally would have it. And I was like, well, The next one that I really do love watching, and this is by no means that witchy vibe to it, but it has that kind of eerie aspect to it because, you know, death becomes her, and I love it. You know, like the fallout of them being always in the eye of the camera, and then, you know, having to deal with getting older and trying an elixir and something happens. And I just really genuinely enjoy this movie from beginning to end, and just the stupidity about it. This is just sheer brilliance. I just also where you get frenemies, because obviously they start off being enemies and then something evolves where they become friends, well, friend-ish, but it's just such a genuine movie to watch. I think it felt, yeah, it did. It's just something that I really do enjoy watching throughout the months, you know. And this one is one that I already started watching it and I had to turn it off because I fell asleep because it was really late, but like I'm intending to watch it again. So I might be saying that I'm going to watch these movies or that I watch them throughout every month, so just you know, be forewarned that I might say that over and over again. The next one is like a duh, and that's Beetlejuice. This is like, when I lived in the States, every single time that they gave this movie, I would literally sit in front of the TV and just watch it. And my mother would be like, sal pa abajo, ponte a jugar, which is go outside, start playing. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll go in a few minutes. Voy ya mismo. And I would wait until the movie would end. And I would have like the kids be like, oh, come downstairs, you know, come on and play. And I'd be like, no, I'm watching Beetlejuice, you know, you can't not watch Beetlejuice, because it's just such a really good movie to watch. And I just love everything about it. And this is, for me, such sheer brilliance. I know that they were gonna make another one. I don't know what happened to it, but like, this is something that I always loved. And the cartoons, when I used to watch them, was just, it's just amazing to watch these, you know, aspects. And I always go back to them because they just have that little darkness to them, and obviously them and the fallout of dying, and you know what is beyond, you know, the veil of you dying. So it's just an interesting movie, and I genuinely love this one. Like, you have no idea how much I love that one. The next one I'm going to be speaking about is Sleepy Hollow, because it does deal with the Headless Horseman, and I think that that's just such a perfect, this is dark. This has that darkness and that eerie to it, and I freaking love it. But I have to watch this movie throughout the day, because then, you know, I'll start thinking about certain things. Like, oh, there's a Headless Horseman, like, right out my window. Like, you know, my mind, like I said, plays tricks with me. But I really genuinely love this movie, and I also love the TV series when it came out. I'm really behind the TV series, which I don't even know if it's still, you know, up and going. But, like, this is good. This is really good, and I freaking love it, because it also has that, you know, fact of, you know, being a witch, because there is a witch here, and, you know, the aftermath of things happening to her, and, you know, the revenge that she actually takes, and also, you know, a plus because of the Headless Horseman. You know, he's just freaking cool. The next one I'm gonna mention is Hotel Transylvania. 1, 2, and 3. I just love to watch these movies, and I bought this yesterday. I've already seen it 3 times. That's how much I love this one, because it's really, really good. Like, I love that this one deals with Drac. Like, the second one dealt with the kid, and the first one dealt with Johnny. And I just love how it takes all of them little by little, you know, and just, you know, shows you a lot more about them. I just love this movie to watch it. And, you know, it has that vampire, obviously, aspect and monster aspect to it. I'm sorry, but I just love watching it throughout the month of October, and also every other month. This is a movie, or especially 1 and 2 are movies that me and my little brother will watch any month. And sometimes we can, if we watched it today, we'll watch it again tomorrow, because it's just that good. It has that monster vibe to it, and it's funny. And the second one is really good because it shows you like all the monsters and like trying to get the kid to become a monster. It's something that's, you know, is really funny, and I freaking enjoyed it so much. And this one is one that that ending, my god, I just freaking enjoyed it so much. It is just something that from beginning to end, it just makes you laugh and makes you one with these characters, and I'm freaking obsessed with this one. Like, literally obsessed with it. Like I said, I've already seen it 3 times and I bought it yesterday. The next one really isn't that witchy or, well, monster-esque vibe to it, but it has that demon vibe to it, and it's Constantine. He is also one of my favorite DC characters, and I love the TV series. Like, I can't find the TV series anywhere, but I freaking loved that actor. Like, there's even a DCAU where he actually voiced the, obviously, persona of Constantine, and I just freaking love that character, that actor, I forget his name, but like this is one that I love to watch because it has that demon aspect to it, and be demons and angels, and I don't know, my mind thinks that it's a perfect movie to watch throughout the month of October, and I freaking enjoyed this movie. I've always enjoyed it. I thought it's a great adaptation of it, and you know, even the TV series is one that I really want to get back to it, but that one is one that I was like, wow, I like this. That's really good. The next one is one that everybody has to watch throughout the month of October, and that's The Addams Family. I think this is the perfect family for, you know, the month of October, because they encompass everything that is dark and darkish, you know, and, you know, eerie, and obviously, you know, coming back from the dead, you know, which is a movie that I always, you know, genuinely am interesting to watch and intrigued by, and I'll just sit and just enjoy every aspect of it because everything is so freaking good, you know. It's just a movie that it'll spook you, it'll be a bit creepy, but it's just something that's really, well, creepy-ish, not that creepy, but it's just something that's really, you know, entertaining. The next one that I like to watch is this one, which is Van Helsing. It does have like corny-ish moments to it, but I generally don't care because it has, you know, the vampires and werewolves, and then, you know, obviously in Transylvania, and trying to deal with all these monsters that are there, and I really do enjoy watching this movie because it has that, you know, kind of mysterious vibe to it, and also like him having to survive all that, and, you know, just facing all these monsters. It's a real adventurous roller coaster kind of movie, and I always enjoy watching it, and also like what happens, and especially, you know, with the vampires and whatnot. It's really good movie, you know. It has its moments, but it's really good. The next one that I like to watch has the gothic vibe to it, and that's Edward Scissorhands, and this is a movie that I don't watch as much as I want to, but I love watching it because you have this kind of like sweet, innocent creature, person, because he, you know, he was created, and just, you know, him being exposed to the human world, and how is it that he sees, and how is it that people also see him, but when, you know, there's kind of a darkness to him, you know, it's nice to see like the aftermath of that and how people are wanting to treat him. But this is a movie that I genuinely love to watch. It is just something that's spectacular, and it's always breathtaking because I love what he does, especially the sculptures and whatnot. The next one is one that I watch because it's just pure enjoyment, and that's Ghostbusters. This is the female version. It's Answer the Call. I honestly don't know why a lot of people love this movie. This is one that I can say like, why I would like sit next to somebody and be like, why do you not like it? Tell me, please. Please. I freaking love this movie. Like when I first purchased it, I literally watched it every day. I think I've watched it more than 30 times. It's just a fun movie, and I love the cameos that past actors make, and I do love the OG Ghostbusters. I grew up with those movies and also the TV show, but I really genuinely love this adaptation, and I would love for like to have more movies in this, I don't know, category, genre, whatever. I would love to have more movies in it, but I also think that Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job at being like that stupid secretary, and I was like, oh my god, I am living for this movie. It was just great to watch, and having all these ghosts come to life. I honestly always love to watch it. I'll give any excuse to watch that movie. It doesn't have to be throughout the month of October, but it's a perfect month to actually like pick it up. The next one that I want to mention is, I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but it's The Covenant. I genuinely love this movie when it first came out because it deals with warlocks. You know, you have this society where if they use their magic, they also have to deal with the effects or the consequences of them actually using that magic. And I genuinely, aside from the fact that it has, you know, a lot of boys, you know, boys that are attractive and good looking in this movie, I'm not gonna deny that, but it was just a really cool movie to watch, you know, and, you know, that aspect of it, and having their powers and how can they deal with their powers, and also like getting a lot more information from their use of this magic is something that I really did enjoy, and also like that threat that's coming and then having to deal with it. I just freaking enjoyed everything about it, and it's a really good movie. Like again, this one does have that cheesy aspect to it in a lot of cases, but it was, for its time, it was a really freaking good movie, and I really like watching it again. You know, Underworld is also another movie that I like to watch. There's one that I can't find for the life of me, and that is Rose Red. I genuinely love that movie. Like, probably, you know, when it came out, I even have a book about Ellen Rimbauer, the essays. Like, I was genuinely into everything of that aspect of it because I loved everything and how that mansion grew over and over. Like, I was really intrigued by those aspects. And I cannot find the movie. I would love to watch the movie. I don't know if I can because I think I'd be scared about it. But like, I would genuinely like to watch that movie again, and I can't find it for the life of me. I don't know. Hopefully, if they bring it back, I'll buy it because I really need that movie in my life. And like, any Scooby-Doo movie is always good to watch, you know, because obviously Scooby-Doo, that mystery, and obviously those monsters that they deal with, or sometimes monsters that they deal with. And even though there are some movies where they actually deal with real live monsters or ghosts and whatnot, it's just something really good to watch. The last one that I'm going to be speaking about is this one, which is Hansel and Gretel, which is Witch Hunters. This was a pretty okay movie. I like watching it because of that, because it has like grotesque witches and, you know, them being witch hunters, and obviously sibling interaction, even though some things are a bit questionable. But I really do love the action about this movie, and their journey that they go through is something that is entertaining to watch, and you know, I was okay with it. So those are all the movies that I like to watch throughout the month of October. Are there more? Of course there are more, but I just, honestly, for the life of me, I can't think of any of them at the moment. But those are like the ones that I mostly watch. So if you want to tell me which are your favorite movies to watch throughout the month of October, then feel free. We'll chit chat down below. But I want to thank you for watching. If you want to give it a thumbs up, then give it a thumbs up. I will be linking everything down below in case you're interested in checking me out. But I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.